Okay, welcome everyone to another episode of Conversations with ColorBlind Magazine. I am Leah Olajide, and today my special guest is Robin Wilson. Round of applause for Robin. I gotta get it
Hello.
sound. Robin and we met in college as my past guest, and I did as well. But Robin is an educator. She has her own lifestyle wellness blog. She's very into fitness and eating well and self-care. And she also is a writer, a published author as well. So thank you so much for joining me today, Robin. And
Thank you for having me.
I just want to start off by asking, how are you doing, and how has your transition to online teaching been since this whole quarantine?
Well, thank you, Leah. I'm doing great. I have been taking care of myself, and today I actually went for a 30-minute walk and just around our neighborhood, and I had not been out in 2 weeks. So it was amazing to be able to take in some fresh air and to move my body a little bit more around the neighborhood. I've been trying to not sit all day at home because that's not good for us.
Yeah,
But I'm doing well, so thank you.
good.
And you know, teaching online, I'm actually enjoying it.
Mhm.
I will admit that initially I wasn't sure what to expect, and even when they took us through the training for my district, but I was concerned about one thing initially. I'll be honest, I was concerned about my young scholars who do not have access to internet or to devices at home. And I teach first grade, as you know,
Yeah.
and many of my students, while they are online now, there are a few who are still not online. And what my district has done for those students who do not have internet access is they have provided them with packets. Now, these are the same homework packets that my students have access to for those who are online currently. I've been told that for those who do not have internet access, that they will be getting a computer. But until then, I still have to try to reach out in other ways. So, but for the ones who have been able to join us online, they're doing well actually.
Good.
I'm really proud of them. I think that there can always be challenges, right? When you're moving to a new learning platform, and what they have been used to and what a lot of other teachers have been used to is the traditional classroom
Mhm.
learning environment. And but I think that many of the students who already had access to technology, they were ready because
Exactly. Yeah.
they are comfortable with manipulating technology and using online platforms. And so after the first week, I had to kind of tell them the other day, okay, guys, we're not using emojis right now. I didn't ask you to, give me a thumbs up to like, because I do allow them to use emojis to like the documents that I upload so that I know that they see where they need to be, or if they have a question or they're nervous or concerned about, what we're working on in that moment, I'll say, okay, if you're concerned, instead of giving it a thumbs up, you can give me a sad face or something like that. But and they like doing that. But now some of them, they're giving me thumbs up or different kinds of emojis when I didn't tell them to. So, so
Kids will
they're
be kids.
enjoying it,
Yeah,
and they're focused, so they're doing well, and so
that's
am I.
good.
So thank
That's
you for
good.
asking.
That's so good. And
Yeah.
I know that when this whole quarantine first started, we had said to each other, we were talking about how we could find the time or really make the time to do more writing,
Yes.
especially since we're at home now, so this is like a writer's dream. Like, we just
Yeah.
have all this time to do writing.
Yes.
So I know that you have your blog going. So can you talk a little bit about your wellness blog? People that you have been interviewing, and even if you want to give a little teaser about some things that we can expect to come from that.
Absolutely. So, I started recently, since the quarantine has happened. I started the Women's Wellness and Lifestyle with Robin M. Wilson page, and it started out as a Facebook page, and now I actually have a website to go along with it. And it's something, to be quite honest with you, that I had wanted to do even before the quarantine happened. But it was just like you said, when you're working full time, it's really hard to sometimes fit in the things that you love to do. Like, I call it your passion projects, right?
Exactly.
That's one thing that I'm thankful for, that I had an opportunity during some of my downtime while we were transitioning to the online teaching model, that I had a chance to actually start Women's Wellness and Lifestyle with Robin M. Wilson. And I started it with the intent of encouraging other women in their daily wellness. And for me, wellness is not just about physical health. It is important to be healthy physically. So, like I mentioned earlier today, walking, exercising, eating right, taking care of your body, right? But I also would include mental and emotional health in that. And so I focus on a lot of different topics on my blog, as well as my page, my Facebook page. And I talk about things relating to recipes. I share recipes. I share different health tips that women can use. And a lot of them are simple things.
Mhm.
So they're things that you can do for yourself, even if you are, inside, like many of us are right now. And so we're growing. Of course, we've only been up and running for almost 2 months now, but we're almost at 200 followers. And um, I'm excited because I often try to be transparent as I'm writing different articles that I'm sharing with other women. And I try to be intentional because my goal is always to uplift and to encourage other women. And sometimes when we share certain experiences that we've had as women, you never know how it might really impact someone else, and they might seek help if they need help, or they might talk to someone and realize that, oh, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So that really was the motivation behind starting Women's Wellness and Lifestyle. And I do talk about some other things too. That's the lifestyle piece, like traveling. I love to
Yes.
travel. And beauty. I love, like I'm wearing my dress hat today by Steph and Ty. So I'm a girly girl. I like things that make me feel and look beautiful. So I also talk about those things as well. I think that's a part of wellness
Yeah.
too, is, it's a part of our self-care routine,
Yeah.
taking care of ourselves and our appearance. But those are some of the things that I talk about.
Well, and it was just a couple of days ago, like late one night, because with all this quarantine stuff, my sleep pattern is like, hey, you sleep whenever you sleep, you wake
Yes,
up whenever you wake up. So it
I
was
hear
really
you.
one night, I think it was one night last week in the middle of the night, where I went on your Facebook page and then I clicked on an article that took me to the actual web page. And what I thought was so cool is that you're even offering classes for people to take. I think one had to do with like a farmer's market, I
Yeah.
believe. And I was
Yeah.
like, look at Robin, she's doing it. I just loved it. I
Yeah,
loved it.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because in a couple of weeks I am getting ready to start teaching classes. Earlier today, when I recorded a video for my page, I
Mhm.
was letting people know that, there are inexpensive ways that you can eat healthy. I love eating organic foods. In
Yes.
fact, that's the only kind of foods that I will buy,
Yes.
but I save in other ways,
Yes.
right? There are ways that you can save and buy an organic. It doesn't have to be extremely expensive. It can be. Don't get me wrong, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. You just have to be a savvy shopper. So
Mhm.
that's what that particular class is about. Is about helping people to understand ways that they can save their dollars while
Yes.
still eating healthy. And another thing that I think is really important to understand is that, the things that I prioritize, that's where I just cut back on some other things. Like, some people are into buying like really expensive clothes, for example.
Mhm.
That's never been me. I like to look good and I like to look nice, but I'm not going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on, like clothes. um but what I will do is like prioritize my health. So, I will spend a little extra on something if I know that's going to be good for my body. So I will say that I have done those things, but overall, I just try to save money just like anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is about to be Robin's master class. Like,
Yes.
this is great. And I'm just grateful for our friendship too,
I
really.
am
That's
too.
really what it comes down to. And I think, with all of us being in quarantine now, it's not that we didn't appreciate that stuff before, but now that
Yeah.
we're at home, we just naturally hopefully have more
Yeah.
time to reflect
Right.
on,
Hopefully. Yeah.
yeah, to reflect on family and friends, and how these are the things that are really important and that keep us connected, to one another. And so, just to, have been part of special moments in your life with graduation, and even for a short time of working together in the college,
Yes.
and us having book club meetings together.
Yes.
Just, I mean, we've just done a lot. And so,
That's right.
just thank you, just watching you even travel internationally. We might, let's plan to do a separate video about
Okay.
travels, because I think that's part of wellness too,
I do too. I'm right
So,
with you. And you've gone to some pretty amazing places too. I know you had a chance to go to Italy, and I'm still trying to go to Italy.
but I just thank you so much, Robin, just, for your time, for your energy, your positivity, and your perseverance. You are a person that you do not give up, and you figure out how to make a way out of no way. And
Thank you.
when you called me that one night after I had just got out of class, and you were like, in so many words, Leah, I want to write.
Yeah.
I'm about to write. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you go for it. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what you have been doing. And that's what you have to do. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, and
Thank
keep up
you.
the good work. And whatever I can do to support you or encourage you, you know how to find me.